Hey y'all, this is Lydia. I tried to do a video earlier, it didn't pan out. But a message that was trying to come through that took some recentering for me to actually receive it is the need to be connected with nature, to ground, to be in energies that aren't so plugged into, a system that or a structure that is not of a natural order. That is to say, that's a very long-winded way to say is be mindful of social media, be mindful of television and things like that, and over consuming it right now. It's important to actually get into energies where we're completely disconnected from it right now in order to clear our energy and to cleanse and to stay grounded. And that means, it could be as simple as just going outside barefoot, putting your feet on the ground, and just taking a few deep breaths. I like to tell my body to release whatever does not belong to me down into the earth through yawn. When I yawn, I don't cover my mouth. That's important. And it's amazing. Every time I command it happens. I just start yawning. And it's, for the more visual people, you can also visualize that energy coming out of your mouth and going down into the earth and being transmuted. And another shamanic practice that I like to do is when I am barefoot outside, which is often, I also command my body and I command the earth to bring nutrients into my body through the bottom of my feet. And it's very simple. It's not, the divine isn't fussy. The divine isn't, uptight. You could just say, I draw nutrients from the earth into my body. And in that, just as we are made in God's likeness, He spoke and the creation happened. When we speak, we create. That words have frequency, sound has frequency. Those vibrations is energy that ultimately manifests in whatever way. So when we speak words, we have those commands, it manifests. So if you say, I'm drawing up nutrients into my body, or draw up nutrients into my body, or spirit, bring nutrients into my body and bring my body back into a state of homeostasis and a state of balance. And whatever nutrients I need right now, I draw them up so that I can be in balance. When we say things of that nature, the universe responds, and it's very beautiful and it's very powerful. And it could also, be discounted as something that, is woo-woo or doesn't work. It works, when we speak. A simple example is, your tone of voice when you speak to someone is definitely going to feel differently to them based on the tone, whether it's a nasty tone, an angry tone, a loving tone, a mocking tone, a patient tone. The tone of our voice, we can say the same exact words, but the tone is also, the frequency. It's what we feel. It is what brings the message across and drives it home. So definitely pay attention to your words and thoughts as well. That's another message that's been coming through. The sun at 26 degrees of Scorpio is trining the midpoint between Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces. And this is twofold. It's a very powerful energy of, creation, and whatever we're putting our energy into and whatever we're seeding is definitely has a lot of creative potential right now, creative power. So definitely use that to your advantage and be mindful of not working against yourself. Because on the other end, it's with that creative power, if we're in negative energies, if we're in dense energies and we're creating actively in those energies and not protecting ourselves. Scorpio is protection, and that 26 degrees is a Capricorn ruled degree of I commit or I take responsibility. So it's very, very important to take responsibility of what you're creating right now and to protect Scorpio. And also, a third thing that's been coming in is pay attention to your visions of yourself of the future and your imagination. And if you're an imaginative person and you've been imagining yourself of what you're like, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, or just, broadly speaking, when you're just a bit older, one, make sure that it's beautiful thoughts, but also pay attention to those things that make you feel vibrant and beautiful, and really cast your vote for that. And if you are imagining yourself and it is beautiful and it feels like the ultimate of the ultimate, it feels wonderful, definitely say that, this is for me, I claim this, and really set those intentions. We're heading into a new moon in Sagittarius. It's going to be at 1 degree of Sagittarius, which is the story of the heart. It's the story that our heart wants on one hand, but it's our heart-based story on the other hand. It is that story we're meant to live. And we could be getting visions of that right now. So definitely pay attention and cast your vote for those things that you want. Scorpio is desire. It's what you want. It's not what you need. It's what you are longing for, what you really in your heart of hearts you feel it's meant for you, and it doesn't need a justification. It doesn't need a reason. You just know it's beautiful. You just know it's powerful, and you just know it's special, and to really claim it. And that's a big energy that's been coming through. Funny enough, we have protection at the bottom. Protect those stories. Don't go around telling people knowing that, they might have a tendency to get a little jealous or to not feel the magic you're feeling, and their underwhelming response might taint or put a little bit of a tamper or a dampening on that magic. Be careful of what's dampening your magic right now. Pull out of it, protect it. Don't go around telling people things knowing that they might not understand. This is about very personal experience of you and the divine and your connection to the divine, and those energies that are coming in that we're being shown right now are potentials. And if you're seeing potentials that are not beautiful, that are very heavy or that are very dark, you need to separate from that and perhaps even talk to it and ask it, okay, like, who are you? Why are you here? And why are you showing me these things? And to not attach to them as, that's me. Definitely create some boundaries there. That's Scorpio again, boundaries. So I'm going to pull some cards from the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck and see what the cards have to say. But that is a big energy that's been coming through. The sun has been trining this energy for a few days now, but it's not quite done yet, and it's intensifying as it builds up to perfecting its trine to Jupiter. So definitely stay in those higher energies. Definitely honor your creative energy right now, those things that are calling your name. And it might not necessarily be, try to get it done. This is about observing and really casting your vote for those things that you feel and see that just feels amazing. And that's what the divine wants. The divine wants us to feel amazing. The divine wants us to experience and to be at ease in life as well, and to be in love with life, and to not get so caught up when things are going down a certain path that is more challenging, to also see the divine in that and to see the gifts in that, and to know that we're always being prepared for the next step, even if it feels like we're not getting where we want to go. So definitely not a time to attach either. Pay attention. When we're going through these portal energies and these new beginning energies, things that can't come along are going to come up. So if you're hitting roadblocks and you're hitting stagnation, that's for you to address, not to, quit. Or this is not a time to be quitting. This is a time to really keep your eye on the prize and to honor that and to set those intentions and to take those actions that you're feeling called to take. And for some of us, that could be preparation. There's definitely a preparation energy this winter of getting us ready to hit the ground running when we hit spring of next year. So nature spirits, there it is again. It came up in the other reading that I was doing. And not gonna lie, fairy energy has been very, very strong lately. I have been getting strong energies of benevolent forest spirits that have been very active. And the trees have been calling as well. And that might be too woo for some people, but at the same time, when we just simply get out in nature and get our feet on the ground and touch a tree, it's more healing than you think. And to be disconnected from electronics and to be in the Earth's frequency and the Earth's magnetic field in that energy, and to not be, attached to a device that is powered by radiation and things of that nature, that allows our system some time to come into a cleanliness and a purge. And again, we can command and really say, okay, I'm in nature right now. I command my body, or I ask spirit, cleanse my system and really purify my cells. And I want to draw in the nature energy. I want to draw in that beautiful, benevolent energy of Mother Nature. And healer, yeah, that energy is something that really does bring in a frequency that is very healing. And I cannot underscore this enough. It's a very powerful thing to take that time and to take that space of just being present and not having any sort of achieving or striving, but just allowing our bodies to relax and come into a state of homeostasis is very, very powerful. And one more, to transmute, right? And again, we can ask for these things to whatever does not belong to us. We can say, I yawn it out, and I cast it out of my body, and I let it go into the earth for transmutation. And also, this is beautiful, powerful energy, and a beautiful, powerful practice we can do to also serve the collective, and to serve the collective energies. By transmuting these energies, we're also transmuting it for others as well. And when we're going out into the world feeling balanced, feeling centered, feeling in a state of stability and can-do and capability, that's infectious. And that rubs off on people in unquantifiable ways. And it's important, especially as we head into these more challenging energies in a challenging fall and winter, to really stay grounded and to really be and to prioritize our health, and to be honest with ourselves. Like, sometimes we can do it just when we feel bad and try to get right back to good enough and then keep going as we were. This isn't about that. This is actually about having a practice in our lives, or even just priorities in our lives, to keep us in a state of balance, and to have those things when, shit hits the fan, that we have these practices and we have these things we can do that we know can bring back that healing energy and bring us back into a centered state. And even if, it doesn't work necessarily immediately, to know that it is, a long-term effect of just being in our practice is important, and not necessarily fighting it or trying to get out of energies that we don't want, but to honor them and to address them and allow them to heal naturally without trying to force fit anything. And let's do one more. Knowledge. And this is ancient knowledge. This idea of being in a state of homeostasis and understanding what our body needs, not by some book, not by some institution, but just knowing what we need to stay balanced, is divine knowledge, and that is the divine wisdom. And that ancestor energy that's been coming through very strongly lately is directly connected to this. The ancestors have been very close, whispering in our ears, and even bringing talents, gifts, skills, and abilities through our bloodline. These things have been coming back online and manifesting in very beautiful ways, and not necessarily literally like my great-great-grandfather was a farmer and now I'm a farmer. It's this idea of those spiritual connections, and perhaps even this ability of perhaps your great-great-grandfather had a green thumb and had the ability to make things grow, and people just didn't know how his vegetables were so pristine and beautiful. And you in your life, these energies are coming online, and whatever you put your hand on, whatever you touch turns to gold. And it's just like this magical energy, and these gifts from the ancestors are just coming online in very powerful, beautiful ways. And it is directly connected to healing. It is directly connected to really getting back to a natural order, and to not be going against nature, but to be going alongside with and in flow with nature. And this isn't just about the seasons changing and the environment. This is about how each and every one of us is uniquely designed to operate optimally. And we don't need a book to tell us that. We just need to be present. And the only way to be present is to protect our energy and to be in nature, or to be away from our phone for a while, so that we can get back to the magic of that present moment when we're just sitting still and the sun or a breeze, just whips by, and we just feel in a magical moment that's very visceral. That's healing. That's what brings that healing energy through, and it can't be discounted enough. You really, it's important right now to honor those things that make us feel good and that feel right and that feel true, and to know that that's important, and to not get so caught up too in negative energies or denser energies and thinking that's reality. Nature is reality. That beautiful, beautiful energy of nature is reality, and a lot's being transmuted right now, so this knowledge can come through. In order to connect to the divine energies, we have to be active in this process by not, burying ourselves in things that drag our energy down, or burying ourselves and putting our energy behind things that pull us out of a state of homeostasis and pull us out of that beautiful, magical energy that we've all experienced at one time or another, of just being in a pure state of presence and just feeling absolute beauty or bliss or ease, and just worries just melt away. Definitely prioritize that, and prioritize being present, at least, here and there throughout the day, even if that's just stopping, taking a few deep breaths, not thinking about anything in particular, and just getting centered in that moment for a minute or two, and then going about your day. So I'm sending love and wishing you well. Bye.